I never thought the day would come when my own daughter-in-law would point at me and say, "You're no longer welcome here." That day, I felt my heart shatter in ways I never imagined. I am Auntie Grace, and I live alone in a small house in the suburbs. My husband passed years ago, and my son, Rohan, has always been my pride and joy. He married a woman named Priya 5 years ago, and at first, I thought she was kind, gentle, and respectful. We all welcomed her into our family with open arms. Rohan was happy. I was happy. Life seemed perfect. But life has a way of hiding storms behind the sunniest days. The first sign was small, almost laughable, Priya insisting that I not cook meals anymore. "Mom, I've got this," she would say, smiling sweetly. Slowly, her smile started hiding something I couldn't name. Then came the subtle digs. "Oh, this recipe is so old-fashioned," she'd comment when I made my signature curry. "Nobody eats like this anymore." I tried to ignore it, thinking perhaps I was overreacting. But I began noticing that my son, Rohan, would no longer stand up for me. He nodded, smiled, and let her words slide, always apologizing to her. It was as if I was slowly disappearing from my own home. One day, Priya asked me to help with a small household chore. I walked into the living room only to be stopped. She said sharply, "Mom, please stay out of the way. This is our house now, not yours." I froze. The words pierced deeper than any argument could. That night, I cried silently in my bedroom, feeling the weight of loneliness pressing on my chest. Over the next months, she began controlling Rohan's finances, decisions, and even family gatherings. Invitations I once sent for birthdays or festivals no longer included me. When I would visit, I was met with polite nods from her, smiles that never reached the eyes, and whispers behind my back. It wasn't just emotional, it was cruelly strategic. Every time I tried to assert myself, she found ways to make me feel like I was the problem, the one being unreasonable, old-fashioned, or emotional. The breaking point came one cold winter evening. I arrived unannounced with a small tray of tea and biscuits, hoping for a friendly chat. Rohan was away at work. Priya opened the door and, without even greeting me, said, "Mom, you shouldn't come here anymore. I've told Rohan, and he agrees. This house is ours, not yours." I felt my knees weaken. I dropped the tray. Tea spilled across the floor. The room seemed to shrink around me. She didn't flinch, didn't apologize, didn't even look guilty. I sat there in silence, numb, watching the person I once welcomed into my home slowly erase me from my life. It wasn't just a house she took, it was my dignity, my family, my peace. I spent days wandering the empty rooms, thinking of every memory I had in that house. My wedding albums, my son's first steps, every festival celebrated, all tainted now. I realized I had two choices. Let her define my worth, or reclaim my SE.